Okay, welcome to YogaFIT. We're going to do it a little bit differently today. I mean, we do it differently every week, but we're going to take a slower pace today and really work on some of the key alignment aspects of some of the poses that we practice in here pretty regularly. So we're going to get started straight away. We're going to come into dolphin to start. So we're going to bring the forearms down, interlace your hands, start on your knees there, push down into your elbows. So you've got two options here, right? You can either dump down, letting the chest sink down, letting the shoulders sink down towards the floor, or you can press down and feel your shoulders lift up away from your mat. So that's what we want to do. We want to push down to lift up. And then if you look at your elbows, you will find that when we lift the knees in a moment here, we put some more pressure and some more weight into the upper body, you're going to find that your elbows start to splay. They're going to go away from each other. And we're going to keep pulling the elbows in towards each other. So you're going to see the skin around your forearms kind of wrap in there. So you're going to pull the elbows in towards each other, press down through the forearms, then tuck your toes under. Keep pressing down, wrapping in, and then lift your knees and we'll come into our first dolphin. So first dolphin for some of us is going to feel really tight, okay? So feel free to bend the knees a little bit there. We're going to stick the bum up high. And I want you to now start to focus on pushing your forearms forward as if you were going to push them towards the front of your mat so that you feel your chest go back a little bit towards your thighs. And you don't want to go so far back that you lose the power in the shoulders here. So you're still pushing down, hugging in, and then take the chest back. We're not arching in the back body here, but we are going to lift the backs of the thighs up, hug the navel in, and draw your front ribs, so the front of your rib cage, draw the front of the rib cage back in towards the body. And then if you want to take a little bit of a pedal out there, you can start by pedaling a little bit there. Pressing one heel down as the other leg straightens. Relax the head. So in our dolphin, our head isn't touching down. You are on your forearm. So your head is suspended here. You can give your head a little shake out. Yes. No. Make sure you're not creating any tension in your neck. And then maybe after a little bit of time here, maybe your heels will start to sink and your legs will start to get a little bit straighter. A few more breaths there. All right, now bring your knees back down. Bring your hands to your mat. Walk your hands forward about a hand length and walk your hands a little bit wider there. So your hands are as wide as your shoulders, maybe even a tiny bit wider. Spread your fingers wide, press down into the pads of the fingers, and then tuck the toes again, lift the knees up, and we'll come up into downward facing dog. Now again, we're gonna wrap the upper arms in towards each other. So if you kind of think about how when we were on our elbows and our forearms a moment ago, and I was saying, don't let your elbows splay away from each other. Don't let them splay out. You're gonna hug in, wrap your upper arms in towards each other as you press the front of your mat forward and take the backs of your thighs back. And again, here you might go into another pedal straight away. Or you might be letting the heels sink and the legs are straight. Head is relaxed. But bring your ears in line with your upper arms so that the back of the neck is nice and long rather than just hanging down. And we'll take another few breaths there. Nice long lines. Again, soften the front ribs back in towards the body so you're not jutting your front ribs away from you. Another breath there. Okay. Now, walk your feet forward towards your hands. We'll come to Uttanasana, forward fold. Feet hips distance apart. Drop the crown of the head down there. You can be dangling the arms or they might touch down. Little softness in the knees here again, totally cool. Or your legs are straight. Drop the weight forward. So pressing down into the fronts of the feet, relaxing the crown of the head down. You can let your shoulders relax here, let your head and your neck relax and just hang. And then let's come all the way up to stand. Take your arms up to the sky for Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up, lengthen, reach your fingertips to the sky, root through the legs. And then take your arms down by your sides. Big roll of the shoulders back in space. Turn your palms to face forward. Now bring your feet together so that your big toes are touching. You might have a little bit of a space between your heels there. Otherwise, you can bring your heels together. Sometimes that might create a little bit more balance if you're feeling a bit wobbly with the heels together as well. Then start to bend your knees just a little bit to start with. And as you bend your knees, squeeze your knees in towards each other. Squeeze your thighs in towards each other. And then move your knees back so that your knees are over your ankles so you can see your feet down there. Then lift your torso up and hug your belly in. So low belly in, tailbone drops down. Now try to bend the knees a little bit more without taking the knees forward, right? So if you just keep glancing down at the feet, you're gonna have to keep bending, go down a little bit further, but keep the tailbone facing down rather than sticking the bum back, okay? And then take your arms up as high as they can comfortably go. Plug the shoulders back in towards the body. So we are squeezing in. Thighs are squeezing in towards the body. Send your weight into your heels. So really press down into your heels. Try to keep your chest lifting. And then again, hug your upper arms in towards each other. Breathe. Draw the navel in. Again, soften the front ribs back into the body. Another breath there. And then fold again, come all the way down. So your feet are together when you fold this time, so it might feel a little bit tighter. So notice that, and maybe a little bit more of a bend in the knees this time. Then rise up halfway, lengthen, come into a flat back, straight legs, sliding the hands up as far as you need to. And then let's step back to plank. So bring the hands down, step your feet back and come into plank. So feet can be about hips distance apart. You can bring your feet a little bit closer together. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing down into the pads of the fingers. And then again, hug the upper arms in towards each other. Then plug the shoulders back as if you're pulling your chest forward through your upper arms. Hug your navel up into your body. Squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs. Press your heels back. Now come forward onto the tippy toes. More weight into the hands. And then press the heels back. Do that again. Come forward and then press back. Keep the body in a nice straight line. Come forward and then press back. Put your knees down. Okay, so now sit back for a moment there. Turn your palms to face up. Rest your forehead down, sitting your bum back towards your heels. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Let it go. Then turn your hands back down, so palms facing down. Spread the fingers wide. Straighten your arms, come forward, bringing your shoulders forward over your wrists again. So let's start in a modified plank here. So bring your shoulders forward, then plug the shoulders back, pull the chest forward. Hug up, so you're drawing your navel up, you're drawing your front ribs up, you're drawing the thighs up, the fronts of your thighs up into the backs of your thighs. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, come into your plank. Again, take a little shift forward, coming to the toes, and then press the heels back. Do that again. Come forward, and then back. And then one more time, forward, and then back. Now pull it back into downward facing dog. See how you feel this time. Maybe the legs are getting a little bit straighter, maybe not. Maybe we're still pedaling. Just see how you feel. Ears in line with the upper arms. Remember, you're hugging your upper arms in towards each other and pushing the mat forward. Take another breath. Okay, now come forward into plank. Bring your shoulders forward over your wrists. Okay, now plug the shoulders back. Strengthen through the body. So you're toning the front of your body up towards the back of your body. Take a deep breath in, hug the upper arms in towards each other, and then as you exhale, you're gonna come to chaturanga, which means you're coming halfway down, bending your elbows, and then lower all the way down. So we pause in that chaturanga there. Point your toes, press down through the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back, keep hugging the elbows and the upper arms in towards the body. Lift up for cobra, as high or as low as you like here, and then lower down. Tuck the toes under. Now, imagine that you're in your plank again, and you're strengthening through the whole front of your body, hugging the front of your body back up into the back of your body. Shoulders pluck back, elbows hug in. Now we're gonna lift up right back into our plank. So welcome to do this with the knees down, or you can try with the knees up, but we're not gonna wave the body up. We're gonna take a deep breath in, and then push down to lift back into plank, and then push it back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and then let it go. Okay, bring your knees back down. Come back onto your forearms. Interlace your hands. Remember what we do here. We push down, we lift the shoulders up. We hug the elbows in towards each other, tuck the toes, lift the knees, coming back into dolphin. Now, last time in our dolphin, we took the weight back. So meaning we pushed the forearms forward to take the chest back. Now this time we're gonna walk it in. So we're gonna bring the shoulders forward over the elbows, and we're gonna walk the feet in a little bit closer to the elbows. And you can come up onto the toes here. You wanna get your bum up as high as you possibly can there over your shoulders. So you start to create a line from your elbows to your shoulders to your bum. So we're gonna lift up onto the tippy toes and then sink the heels. Lift up and sink the heels. And one more time, lift up and sink the heels. Walk the feet back a little bit so you're back in that more of a stretchy dolphin, pushing the front of the mat forward. Take a breath. And then from here, we're coming back into our downward facing dog. So bring your hands one at a time or two at a time back into your down dog. Push the front of your mat forward, take the weight back, lift the bum up, ears in line with the upper arms, hug the upper arms in towards each other. Feel the shoulder blades draw down the back. And then come forward into plank. Shoulders forward over the wrists. Strengthen. So hugging the front of the body back up into the back of the body. And we shift forward, and then we shift back. And forward, and back, forward, and back. Now from here, we're gonna lower, hug the upper arms in, bend the elbows, chaturanga, hold, and then all the way down. Point the toes, hug the elbows in, roll the shoulders back, cobra, your variation, and then lower down. Okay, so now we're gonna lift back up again to plank. So tuck the toes, set up first, don't just push up because then we wind up waving, and you can do this with your knees down, that's totally fine. Hug the elbows in, plug the shoulders back, strengthen, tone, feel your thighs squeeze your bum, your core engage, hug up through the front body into the back body, and then push back to plank, downward facing dog. And breathe. Maybe take a little sway side to side there. Okay. And then again, we're gonna come back down onto the forearms. Now you can come to your forearms one at a time here, two at a time, or you can drop your knees and bring yourself to your forearms. So we're coming back in. So same thing again, hug the elbows in towards each other and press down. Now we're walking the feet in a little bit. Bring the shoulders forward over the elbows, and you might even be able to walk your feet in a little bit further. Bum up, come to the toes, and then lift your left leg up to the sky. Come all the way up onto those right toes. Then put your left foot down, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Then put your right foot down, lift up onto your tippy toes, and then walk your feet back. Let's go to dolphin. Lift the hips. Come to the hands. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it go. Come to plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Walk the feet back, hug up. Plug the shoulders back, hug the navel up. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower to chaturanga, hold. Then all the way down, point the toes. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the bum, engage the core. Push back to plank. Downward facing dog. Now, walk your feet as wide as your mat and walk your hands back. Grab onto opposite elbows. Take a sway side to side. Relax the head. And then relax your arms. Walk your hands forward. And back into your downward facing dog. Bring your feet back to about hips distance. Bring your knees down. Interlace your hands. Coming back into our dolphin. Remember what we do. We hug in, we press down. We lift the knees, lift the hips. Walk the feet in, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in. Get your bum up, get your bum up, get your bum up. Now, you can stay right here and hold, or you can take your left leg up to the sky and maybe see if you can catch a little bit of a balance there by lifting the right leg up. You might wind up in a split. You might bring the legs together, or you might just work on those little hops of the right foot. And then left foot down, right leg up. Same thing again. You can lift up onto those left toes and take little hops. You can hold there. You can have your right foot down, holding there, but get the bum up and hold. And then right foot down, knees down. Child's pose. Sit it back, take your arms back behind you and rest your shoulders. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Okay. And then let's come to sit. Swing your legs around in front of you and come onto your back. Bend your knees when you come onto your back. And we're going to extend just the left leg out. Keep the right knee bent. Take your left arm out to the left with the palm facing down. And you might play around with where your left hand is. So just start with where the left hand winds up, and then you can always move it around if you need to move it around. So we're going to take the right arm up overhead. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to lift the left leg, lift the right arm, and try and touch the very, very, very top of your toes. So you want to get up high. You want to get off of that right shoulder blade nice and high. And then inhale, extend it all the way back. And then exhale, do it again. So lift up, go as high as you can. You want to get those right fingers as high as you possibly can, and then inhale back. And then exhale again, lift up. That right shoulder blade up high and the fingers high, and then inhale back. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, reach and hold. Hold and reach. Take another breath in. Breathe out, lift up higher, and then release. Okay, bend your left knee, extend your right leg. Take your right arm out to the right, turning the palm to face down. Left arm up overhead, and we're to the other side. So deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lift up, get off that left shoulder blade, reach high as you can, and then inhale back. 5 more. Exhale, lift up. Whole breath out. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, we hold. Exhale, lift up higher, higher, higher. Breathe in again. Breathe out higher. And then relax. Left arm back, right leg down. Okay, so bend your right knee again, bringing your feet back. Take your arms overhead. Take a big long stretch there. And then extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna do little with the arms up overhead. We're gonna start by taking a little lift of the hips. And when you lift the hips, we're gonna try not to swing the legs around and up overhead. We're gonna try and go straight up, little lift of the bum, the very bottom of your bum. And then we're gonna lower the legs without lifting the middle back off the mat. You can go as low as you like to hover, or you don't have to go that low at all. And then lift back up, little lift. And then we lower. Now, if you're thinking this is way too hard, bring your arms down along your sides, or even bring your hands under your bum. So little lift to the hips, and then we lower. And then up, little lift, and then lower. 4 more. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. And come all the way back. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Okay, now extend both legs down and take your arms up overhead. Big stretch. Reach with the fingers, point with the toes. Okay, now take your left arm out to your left again with your palm facing down. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lift up to the left toes, lift up high. Hold there and reach. Lift up a little higher. Hover the right leg now. Lift the right leg up just to hover. Turn the chest a little bit more to the left. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Left leg down, right arm back. We're going to do that same side again. So deep breath. Exhale, lift up. Lift for the right foot. The left foot. With the right hand, reach, reach. Lift up higher. Hover the right leg, hold, lift up higher. 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, we're gonna do that side one more time. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift up. Try and lift up a little higher. Then hover the right leg and hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, right arm out to the right, palm facing down. Left arm up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up high. Get up nice and high, turning your chest out to the right. Then hover the left leg, hover, turn your chest even more, reach up even higher. 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up high, even higher. Hover the left leg. 3, 2, 1, release. 1 more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up higher. Lift the left leg. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bend your knees again. Lift your hips. Press down through your feet. Turn your toes to face forward. Knees to face forward. Hold. And then bring your hips back down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a hug in. Take a twist. Arms out to the side. Take your knees to the right. And then knees to the left. And then back to center. Knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug in. Sit up. Bring bring your arms up overhead, grabbing a hold of your elbows. Rest your head back into your arms. Take a little lean to the right. And a lean to the left. Bring your arms out wide. Cross right arm over left. Give yourself a hug. Try to wrap your hands all the way back around your shoulder blades and then draw your chin down towards your chest and round through your back. Big breaths. And then open the arms out wide again. Go right under left this time. Wrap around for the shoulder blades. Curl in, hug in. And then give the shoulders a big roll back. Hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you.